The purpose of this video is to talk about a very common mistake that new service providers, consultants, and service entrepreneurs make. When a service provider, when an expert, when a consultant wants to go into business, the barrier to entry is very low, meaning it's very easy to go into business. For $0 to maybe $100, you can create a website and get an email and say, I'm in business. I have an expertise and I'm ready to deliver it to the world. And that ease of entry causes a common misinterpretation that it's also easy to get clients. Now, I don't know if that really makes sense. I'm not sure exactly why it happens, but there is a mistake, a common mistake, which is it's easy to get into business, so it also must be easy to get clients. And this is not the case. I've seen it a lot, and I wanted to kind of maybe present a solution to that mistake, that mindset. And that is this. If we start thinking about service-based businesses as product-based businesses, we might solve for that issue a little bit. And here's what I mean. When you are a product-based business, you have a product, you have a widget, this wonderful widget that you want to bring into the world. You are going to have to make some upfront investments. You are going to have to invest, $20,000, $100,000 in product development. You have the designs, you have them prototype, you make changes, and then you get to this final product, right? And you go into this thinking, well, I'm going to have 100 boxes of these widgets sent to my home because I don't have a factory yet, and they're going to be sitting in my basement, and I better figure out how do I market and sell this widget, right? You're thinking about pricing of development. You're meaning how much does it cost to create the product? How much does it cost to ship it? What about distribution? Is that direct to consumer? Am I going to do that wholesale? Right? All of these different packaging and so on, all these prices become very clearly, and they're much more fixed than services. So when you have a product, you've already made this really, a substantial upfront capital investment in creating the products that you really have a lot of external pressure to get that product out into the world, that they become hand in hand. The creation of the product also is, the other side of that coin is how am I going to deliver that? And I think when we think about services, there's much more flexibility on pricing, right? You can kind of price it however you like, in a sense. And so seems to be less pressure in terms of how am I going to get this out into the world. And so I think if we start thinking about our services, our knowledge as products, it will help us get into the mindset of how will I price, how will I distribute, market, and sell my knowledge product into the world, and be more constructive about developing that marketing and sales system for that knowledge product, right? How will I ship this knowledge into the world? And that is integral to the creation of the service. So this is an idea that might be helpful for you. I hope it is. I run the Consistent Client Accelerator, where I help service-based businesses create this marketing and sales funnel, a distribution system, for really essentially selling their services into the world. If you want to know more about that, please reach out to me. But again, I hope you can think about your service as a product and how you're going to price it, what's the scope of it, and how you're going to create a marketing message around it so that you can sell it into the world and have a healthy, exciting, fun, stress-free business. Thank you for listening. I would love to hear if you have heard or faced or known about this common misconception that I seem to see a lot of. I'd love to hear if this is familiar to you. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.